Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost?
While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit SCEducationLottery.com.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
You've got questions, and we have 4 unqualified people to give you answers. It's John, Jay, and Rich.
Jamie Lee Curtis, talk about the fires. All the celebrities, everyone's talking about the fires.
Well, there's so many celebrities that have been affected because the Pacific Palisades, which I just cannot believe the destruction that has been happening from these fires. But yeah, I mean, it's literally the town is basically gone. Jamie Lee Curtis lives in that area, and she was doing an interview just saying how bad things are.
And it's gnarly, you guys. It's just a catastrophe in Southern California. Obviously, there have been horrific fires in many places. This is literally where I live. Everything. The market I shop in, the schools my kids go to. Many friends now have lost their homes.
She actually donated $1 million to the relief fund. And then you had Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They're in the area, but not, as far as I know, affected by this just yet. But they also just urged everybody, if you can, donate.
The video of Paris Hilton's house was crazy. And I mean, you see that stuff, on all the tabloids and whatnot. But what was really crazy was hopping on TikTok yesterday and seeing high schoolers doing their house tours, and it's literally in ashes. And I mean, they're using dark humor as a way to obviously cope, but it's people's childhoods, are just burnt to the ground, and it's just so heartbreaking.
So let me ask you this. How does it happen because I keep hearing that insurance companies canceled all the fire stuff, right? So if you live there and you have a $5 million house and it burned down to the ground and you don't have insurance, you just have this piece of land and you have to rebuild a house. Yeah. There's nothing are you suing the government? You got to be suing somebody, I would assume, right?
They say 3 years minimum to get most of those things rebuilt. Just if you got to go from the ground up, which in Pacific Palisades, it almost doesn't exist on a map anymore. I mean, it is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the really sad thing about the insurance thing is a lot of people lost their insurance and now just don't have it. It's literally so now what can I sell this charred land for?
Right.
And that's a lot of people's nest egg. That's a lot of people's life investment there. So it's so devastating.
So then when I see this other news, Brandy, for example, what's the big news with Brandy?
She's releasing a memoir.
And did she decide to put that press release out yesterday?
It's hello.
Houses. This is a good time to let everybody know.
People don't care right now. Just I know it makes everything else really sort of seem trivial. But then when I see news like Zendaya and Tom Holland, I'm oh, it's kind of a light. That's not a press release. I just found out they got matching tattoos.
Right, and that was happening before the fires.
A little light. You know what I mean?
But they didn't get matching tattoos yesterday.
No,
they got matching tattoos probably 2-3 weeks ago, a month ago, whatever. And now it's just coming out.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying when I see stories like that, I'm oh, okay, good. Some positive news. You know,
but Katy Perry, for example.
Yeah, Katy Perry's oh, my album didn't do well, so now I want to go back to American Idol. It's
release that right now.
Around.
Let's talk about that right now.
That news just came out. I know. It's I know they keep releasing. I think they released the nominees for the SAG Awards, and I was just wait, just stop.
Hold off on it. We don't need it.
People don't care right now.
Well, you've heard Gene Smart say, "Don't even show award shows right now because it's too tone deaf."
Totally.
You go like if you have an award show.
To me, just announcing the nominees is pretty toned down.
I saw Mel Gibson was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he was talking about the fires, but he talked about a bunch of other things too.
Yeah, he's working on a lot of stuff, but and I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, he came forward and said something that it's pretty controversial to talk about. Treatments for cancer that aren't what the Mayo Clinic recommends, and so. Take this as you will, that this is not medical advice. I think we have to say something like that. But he opened up about an experience that a few of his friends had with some success in fighting their cancer.
I have 3 friends. All 3 of them had stage 4 cancer. All 3 of them don't have cancer right now at all. And they had some serious stuff going on.
And what did they take?
They took what you've heard they've taken.
Ivermectin,
fenbendazole.
I'm hearing that a lot.
They drank hydrochloride something or other. People were drinking methylene blue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They need to give out that disclaimer before, because people go out and buy hydrochloric something or other.
Yeah, I'm like, that's why I felt the need to just preface it by saying it's listen, I had a friend pass away from breast cancer last year, and she tried everything. And it's you have to be really careful. It's what you're putting into your body could actually end up killing you before the cancer does. So, but there are some interesting studies that are being done about ivermectin, but it's also, you got to involve your doctor and that kind of stuff. But Mel Gibson also talked about working on the Passion of the Christ 2. He said it's the resurrection story. He said it's non-linear, but it took him and his brother almost 7 years to finish the script.
Oh, wow.
The clip you just played, will you play it again, but stop it somewhere? Play it.
I have 3 friends.
That's it. That would have been my interview. And then just silence and staring at it. And stare at Joe Rogan.
I actually edited it, so there was a longer pause in between where he said they all had cancer. And so when I first listened to that part of the interview, I was like, you have 3 friends. Was that it? It was an awkwardly long pause.
I have 3 friends.
That should be, if we ever do a John Jay and Rich. John Jay, I have 3 friends. And that's it.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.